This just in. Shit's all fucked up, everything is bad, and experts agree it's going to get worse before it gets better.
You think you're in control. Control? You're not.
Man, the earth is beautiful. I wish all the people that live here weren't evil as shit.
I don't even give a shit. To be honest, I don't give a flying fuck.
I tell the man he can't understand this side of mine. I take a stand just to show you why I caught a vibe. I changed the plan and get everything I wanted right. I switched the vision on him, now I'm on the other side.
About this bulletin that some law enforcement put out about a possible Iran revenge plot in California, where there would be some kind of a boat offshore launching drones towards the.
It's being investigated, but you have a lot of things happening, and all we can do is take them as they come. And the war itself is being prosecuted as well as anybody has ever seen, and this is other countries telling me too. Big countries, powerful countries. They said they've never seen anything like it. And they also agree with what I'm doing. They say it's an evil country.
They're just evil.
And it's been for 47 years that way.
And if they try to hit us back, have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the U.S. right now?
I have been, and a lot of people came in through Biden with this stupid open border.
The FBI warning of possible Iranian drone attacks on our homeland. A new alert reviewed by ABC News revealing Iran's aspirations to conduct a surprise attack specifically against unspecified targets in California. So why California? Why the West?
It's not clear why the West Coast as opposed to the East Coast, but that's what the alert from the FBI says.
Iran is planning to attack California. This coming out from the FBI in the past hour today, March 11, 2026. Take a look at the latest headlines and video footage that has just been coming out from this announcement. The FBI warns that Iran could attack California with drones. Report says we're hearing that they have received information that this is the plan, that they are planning to hit the West Coast, specifically California. Take a look at another one that has just come out. You can see this just within the past hour. FBI warns Iran may have planned retaliatory West Coast drone attacks.
I would say get your board in the water and prepare to paddle like all get out. The tsunami of a lifetime is coming, and nothing your elders have seen is going to prepare. There's no good advice to give that's specific. Let's put it this way. One of the things when people tell me about they're moving from one city to another, I have a phrase that nobody likes, which is every place is over. Oh, I'm moving to Austin. Yeah, it's over. Miami, it's over. Nashville, over. You know, all these places are over. And every occupation that is named is over. I'm going to be a dentist, radiologist, accountant, teacher. These are all over. Whatever's coming, get flexible, get good on a bunch of different stuff. Learn how to think across disciplines. I have no idea what's going to be left for us. But, you know, somebody's going to come out on top. And I hate to tell people that you should try to come out on top. I don't think it's healthy to have everyone trying to be world class. I think you should be able to just have a life.
The internet is the most overstimulating it has ever been, and I don't know what to do.
The Nazis asked the Jews to leave, kindly leave, go out. The others, you want me to name all the genocidal leaders of history? Just go one by one. Did anyone do this? Did they say, get out so we can come in? Of course not.
Will you shut the fuck up? The idea that the United States of America, when people can't afford houses and they can't afford health care, spends all its fucking time talking about the Middle East and fucking Arabs and Jews and religion and the fucking temple and slaughtering the heifer and Iran and Sunnis and Shiites. Get what the fuck is going on? Truly. What the fuck is going on? That we're told, well, is Iran Sunni or Shia? What is happening? Okay? Our own country is being destroyed and it's going down the toilet.
We have not downloaded the proper data, the true data into the minds of younger people.
Know what I'm saying? So shit, man. Fuck it.
You shouldn't even be hanging out with this pervert.
I don't hang out with him. I work with him, and that's it.
And by the way, to all Iranian patriots, keep protesting, take over your institutions if possible, and save the name of the killers and the abusers that are abusing you. You're being very badly abused.
We know I can't say that.
I'll say it again and again and again.
It was a Jewish doctor.
Well, I just want to say that it's very important who the Prime Minister and President of Israel is. We have a great relationship.
What do you mean you don't agree with me? Do you know who you're dealing with?
Because I think that in America, we chose convenience over individuality, and now we're paying for it. We have violations of the antitrust law constantly, with Microsoft, with the whole, remember Pearl Jam taking on Ticketmaster? The guy that owns Ticketmaster is the partner of Bill Gates from Microsoft. And what I believe that can lead to fascism, and I believe that leads to a tearing down of democracy when corporations take over everything. We've just come from a music merger where there's now only 4 music companies in the world, folks. 4 companies, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of those companies, Sony, who we actually like, make all the electronic gear. This is a Sony camera. Right. So there's such a violation. I mean, it's like a corporate world. You're going to be looking up at the Milky Way, and it's going to be called the Philip Morris Milky Way. You know, it'll be called the Sony National Forest. I mean, right. You know, your town, you know, Berlin's going to be renamed, I don't know, Exxonville.
Understand that. Your money supply, your government is paying interest to private banks for bills that should be free of interest to you. I mean monetary control. I mean cameras on the corner. I mean thumb scans at the post office and at the driver's license, which they're doing now. I mean the banks. I mean all this, controlling your life. I mean bigger and bigger police forces with more and more totalitarian policies. All they do is buy our government up for peanuts and then control our monetary system. So understand, folks, this is why you never hear about this in the mainstream press, because they're owned and controlled by these mass bank conglomerates that want nothing less but total slavery. All we want is for you to be a free American and not to have to kneel on bended knee to the elites that are consistently more and more buying up this country and controlling it. I'm Alex Jones. See you, folks. How's that?
You should keep your hoe on a leash.
Oh, bro, I can't let you.
Hey.
Can't let you be talking to my woman like that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch is running wild, man.
Google, Facebook, they've been suppressing this information. They don't want you, the people worldwide. They don't want you to know what is up. They don't want you to know. They want to keep you in the dark, and they're losing their control. They're losing it, but it's at this point, it's just, they can't do anything. They cannot do anything. It's over. The only thing that has to happen is that the people need to see what is going on. The people need to wake up. The people have the power. You have the power. You've just given it away. You've accepted what they've been giving you for so long that, you know, you need to wake up. You need to research. You need to get out of the mind state that the mainstream media is the arbiter of truth.
The plan is to provoke Iran or China to retaliate. And our guy, our source, who is a military man.
Actually, none of us really know what the hell is going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Okay? I don't know. Okay? Does that make you feel better?
No. But let's say...
The greatest fear that I have regarding the outcome for America of these disclosures is that nothing will change. People will see in the media all of these disclosures. They'll know the lengths that the government is going to grant themselves powers unilaterally to create greater control over American society and global society. But they won't be willing to take the risks necessary to stand up and fight. And the months ahead, the years ahead, it's only going to get worse.
All of this raises the question of what in the hell is going on?
They say the best weapon is one you never have to fire. I respectfully disagree. I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once.
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky!
I am one bad day away from running into the woods and disappearing forever.
No, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it!
Father, answer me. My blood soaks the earth, and my breath comes apart in my chest like a prayer I can't finish. Lord, am I about to meet you, or be cast away from you? Will I see my child in heaven, or have my sins built a wall so high even love cannot climb it? I knew what was right, and still I turned again and again. I fed the darkness and called it comfort. Tell me, was tomorrow ever real? Or was it just a lie I used to keep sinning today? Father, I am afraid. Not of dying, but of opening my eyes and realizing I chose hell with my own hands.
Job searching in 2026 has effectively become a humiliation ritual.
So these guys are everywhere, and they want your children. They want to rape them and touch them, and it destroys lives. Kids kill themselves often about when they get molested and don't know how to deal with it. Thank God I found drugs, right? Like for me, thank God I found drugs.
The I-Team tonight has an alert about a dangerous and deadly brand new drug hitting Chicago streets. Investigative reporter Mark Rivera joins us now with more. Mark.
Karen, it's already been attributed to at least one death, a man from Will County, and it's 10 times more potent than fentanyl.
You know what I mean. Watch it and go to
talk to a podcast. I ain't finna talk to a nigga. You got to come talk to a nigga on this podcast. To walk a mile in my shoe before you can talk to a nigga on my podcast. Y'all really don't know about eating spiders and worms with sticks, y'all. Hey!
Themes like they were put in boxes with spiders and worms, where they were trapped in fear, where there was a high use of excrement and urine, where there was talk of human sacrifice.
Take just one of those rituals, putting children in boxes with spiders and worms. Now, listen to what Teresa told her mother.
And they had a coffin-like box that children were put in with spiders and snakes and the lid shut and left in there. I would have come out deranged. I could not have coped with that mentally at all.
What these young boys walking around here know about eating worms and spiders with sticks? Y'all don't really know about shit. Y'all really ain't know about shit. You are no longer Chris. That's a white name. That's a white person named Christopher. Christopher. You're like Topher? Like Toby Maguire. Who's a Tobuscus? You're like Tobuscus over here. I'm gonna call you CJ. That's your name from now on, young blood. CJ, get this man a blunt and some liquor. This is C. That's my boy CJ over. Hey, this is my boy CJ. He ain't white. There's a blackest man I know. I can't go talk to a nigga on my podcast.
The I-Team sitting down exclusively with a special agent in charge of the DEA Chicago Field Division to discuss an unpredictable and lethal emerging drug so new, it's nearly impossible to test for on the street.
And that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged.
Fuck you if y'all ain't thinking it. I guess when all was said and done, I was nothing more than a goddamn trendy-ass poser.
You know I'm cold, but I'm hot, got a fever. You been kissing the cross 2 meter. You got yay, come fluffy like a bunny. Blood on my Javinci tea, nose running. I'm with buckshot, summertime driving. Hot outside, so we gotta keep the top off. Up now, but you know I still bust shots. High grade, did I wait, then the cops up. Swear to God.
It's a vicious new animal added to a deadly carousel of drugs cycling in and out of the Chicago area. Just a month ago, the I-Team told you about carfentanil, a deadly opioid more potent than fentanyl. Now, the first death attributed to a mixture including a new synthetic opioid, cyclorphine, was reported in Chicago.
How concerning is it to have a novel synthetic opioid going into the drugs in the Chicago area?
It's extremely concerning.
Really?
Already volatile confrontation across the Middle East, a shocking claim began circulating in Iranian media and across social networks. The suggestion that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu might have been struck in a missile incident during the latest wave of regional escalation. The claim emerged at a moment when tensions between Israel and Iran had reached one of their most dangerous phases in years.
Last night, the Iranians struck the home of Benjamin Netanyahu. They killed his brother. They struck the home of Ben Gvir. He is seriously wounded, may not survive. Iran is going to start to take out the totality of Israel's leadership. This is the reality of this conflict. Israel played the regime change game. It's going to be the Israelis who are going to be paying the highest price. The Iranians are no longer wearing kid gloves. They've taken them off and they're coming in bare knuckle.
They're reporting it. This is interesting. I looked it up as soon as you said it. The BBC is reporting it as Ben Gvir was in a car accident last night. Does that surprise you?
They can report it any way they want. We know that his home is on fire, so maybe he crashed his car into his house.
That's interesting. I mean, the only reason I just can't help but be amused by this, because it would not surprise me for the BBC to provide cover for a story like this. Yeah, you and I
now know that the BBC reporters that work overseas are vetted by MI6 before they're allowed to take on their assignment. So the fact that they're colluding with Mossad to provide cover for, because what you don't want to do is confirm success. You from a battle damage assessment perspective, you don't want to confirm an Iranian success. And so what you'll do is you'll lie, you'll obfuscate, you'll cover. It's a standard operational technique, but the fact that the BBC, who's supposed to be a journalistic outlet telling the truth, is actively engaged with the Israelis to create cover for the effectiveness of an Iranian strike proves that the BBC is no longer a journalistic outlet, is purely 100% involved in information operations that are being put together by the MI6, by the CIA, by Mossad.
So we need to talk about something uncomfortable.
Iran is fighting for all the goyim here, because it's the open-ended question is, does Israel control the whole world?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I want to put a gun in my mouth and kill myself today. I want to take tiny blades and slash my wrist and let this pain just fade away. I want to die. I want to die. God, let me die.
Oh, this is boring. You're boring. You are so boring.
Don't do that, can't do that, won't do that, shouldn't do that. Fuck off. Leave me alone. I'm going like that, son. Rockets to the moon, and you ain't getting in my way. Stay out of my slipstream. You're a mug.
In between, and say you get success in this shit. Say you get success in the art world. There's gonna be a bunch of people that jump in your fucking ear and just keep talking to you. Fuck all these people. Because what is art? Art is intuition. Art is intuition. And intuition is inside. You have the answer, Sway. But all these people are gonna come up to you. All these people, blah, 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 blah. Your job is to remain artist. Your job is to remain yourself. You're trying to be what the audience don't know what they need. You know what I'm saying? I make these videos, I make my songs, I do everything for me first, because I needed it. I needed to hear it, or I tried saying it to somebody and they didn't listen. I do everything for me first. Man, let it be self-servicing. Let it be your source of therapy. Just make it your essence. Make it all your essence. All this other shit you're worrying about, that's the only thing that matters. The amount of artists I see ruin their career before it even starts because you're just in the way. You're just in the way all the time. You don't deserve it then. You don't deserve it then. You won't get shit. That's fine. But in that same coin, there's a thing that happens where it's like, what a big fish is to one person isn't what a big fish is to another person. And I feel like in the art world, like I said, everybody tries to corporatize everything. This is it. It is the music business. It is the art business. It is all this shit. But I have to say, everybody thinks you have to do a thing one way, and you only have motion if you're seen in this light and you do something in this one way. And if you do it another way, everybody's looking at you like you're a buffoon. Everybody's looking at you like you're weird. Everybody's looking at you like, what are you doing? You're just lazing around, dazing off. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is what people do. That is how people perceive people who are more flowy. But all we have is the flow. All we have is the flow, whether you like it or not. All we have is the flow. And I don't give a fuck what anybody comes up in here and tries to tell me about my music, about my videos, about my shit. I don't give a fuck what they have to say, because the words fell out the sky for me to bring these to y'all. I'm a vessel. Everything I've ever received fell out the sky. All of this contrived bullshit people be on. People love to move in the world and do busy work. Just busy work. That shit's not productive. That shit's not productive. Busy work. What the fuck is busy work? Or you think you got some type of you think you contribute in emotion. It's just like, bro, Especially, here's another example.
Nobody ever tells you that, like, when you get to the top, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's just more of that. If you want it, you know, I had ground and scraped and fought to make movies and to make the things that I wanted to make and to sell books and sell scripts. And I was doing all those things. And then I get there and I'm like a broken shell of myself with this relationship that threatened to sort of like truly like wreck my life. And I had done nothing to deserve that. And, you know, I'm like, what is life? Like, what, you know, I'm so backwards.
Right, you thought everything that was going to make you happy didn't.
Yes.
Everything you wanted to do, you were doing, but you still weren't happy.
But I was, you know, but I'm a victim. I'm a product, I should say, of these systems that we all survive in, which is, you know.
So we need to talk about something uncomfortable.
You ever accidentally make eye contact with somebody and hit them with the
Yeah, I guess so.
And let me hit you with the part they don't want you to focus on right now.
Okay? Because I want you guys to remember this, but Bahrain will probably be one of the major centers of this conflict. Because, first of all, this is the American Fifth Fleet. Right? This is their naval base in the Middle East. And as you can see, the Iranians are attacking it with missiles. And it's being blown up. Bahrain is interesting because it has about 50% or even more, okay, Shia, which is the religion of the Iranians. But the people in charge are the Sunnis. And so what makes this strike really important from our perspective is, first of all, not only are the Iranians attacking US military assets, not only are they destroying the economies of the GCC, but they're also trying to ignite a religious war, right? Because you're Shia, you're loyal to the Ayatollah. And if he's dead, then you must, as a religious obligation, now commit jihad against your enemies. And it's no different in other religions where, listen, if you want to kill the Pope, the Catholics would be really angry at you and they would want to kill you, right? So now you have the Shia who will probably eventually arise, creating a revolution in Bahrain, okay? So I think Bahrain will be the first to fall. Dubai will probably go bankrupt, okay? But in the long term, we can expect the entire GCC area, including Saudi Arabia, to eventually collapse, okay? And so this is something we'll use game theory to understand. All right.
In just a handful of days, America has managed to do something that should be impossible for a country that spends around $1 trillion a year on defense. We're already talking about running out of weapons against Iran. Not eventually, not, hey, if this turns into a long war. We're talking about right now, the kind of shortage that forces the White House to drag the CEOs of the biggest missile companies on Earth into a room and basically say, hey, stop everything you're doing right now. We need more, and we need more yesterday. Reports right now that the administration is meeting with top defense contractors at the White House, specifically because strikes on Iran are diminishing U.S. stockpiles tremendously, especially long-range munitions like Tomahawk missiles. Think about that. And of course, interceptor missiles, which are being exhausted by Iranian attacks. Of course, you won't see this in the mainstream media. For whatever reason, the mainstream media is ignoring this. There is a blackout, and even CNN yesterday admitting that the Israeli government has told them that they are not allowed to show incoming rocket attacks. Aaron Burnett on live television admitting that.
Go up there. We're not showing you that because we're not going to show, the Israeli government does not allow us or want us to show where that may have come up, that interceptor.
So all that to say, the most powerful military machine in human history is not calling a meeting because it's winning too hard. We just love winning. It's calling a meeting right now because the shelves are getting bare. And this is where the entire sort of official storyline collapses, because we keep hearing, the same chest-thumping line that we can do this forever. Trump even bragged about it publicly, that America has virtually unlimited munitions. He posted on Truth Social. I don't know who's telling him this. It's incredibly dangerous. Axios reporting from outlets like the Wall Street Journal, basically saying, nice slogan, but the reality disagrees. The Rupert Murdoch Wall Street Journal talking about running out of munition in days, not weeks. Where does that money go? Oh, it's one giant money laundering operation, of course.
This is a major attack. Jim Sciutto, this is obviously
it's a major attack. There's no question.
What you are seeing, what we are all seeing with our own eyes, is a major attack from Iran.
It's a major attack, Dana, and it's an escalation. It's an escalation of this war beyond what we saw. I think potentially beyond what we saw in April, when Iran launched dozens of missiles and drones. This attack, according to U.S. intelligence, principally or perhaps entirely ballistic missiles, which are the fastest by far and the most dangerous. And now what we're seeing in addition to those intercepts is we're seeing fragments falling to the ground. It's like a deadly fireworks display over Tel Aviv. Goodness, there was an impact just to the left of us here.
And you're talking about Tel Aviv, Jim. We are looking at pictures right now. We are looking at pictures of Tel Aviv, what you're describing.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Okay, guys, we got to get off the roof. These are coming down right next to us here.
Please do, Jim. Please do.
They're coming down. One just about. We got to go inside.
Jim, please take cover.
After I show you some of these videos today, it's absolutely not unreasonable to think some of these events are completely staged. But you can never prove it.
As you try to figure out what's going on, keep in mind you can't really get the full picture because of the clampdown on information. In some cases, we might be wrong. Just want to be honest about that up front.
Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest. Turn the music up in the headphones. So you can go and brush your shoulders off, nigga. I got you.
Oh, not good.
If you feeling like a pimp, nigga, go and brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, go and brush your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy, baby, don't forget that boy told you. Yeah, turn up your shoulders.
Very hard to know what the truth is at this stage, really at any stage, but particularly in the face of this kind of censorship. But we're going to try to be as honest as we possibly can.
No, I don't want to scare anyone. These people all believe that they are communicating with some ancient Sumerian deity. I know this I have kind of sources on this. They believe they really do. They believe they are communicating with super intelligence, and they do believe, and he just said it out loud, by the way. He literally just said, he was like, the 100 million years of evolution, all of the 20 years of life, they have all led to this point. And this point is when we are going to give birth, as I've said on the show before, because this is their main goal, to the AI demon. They want to give birth to the AI demon, the super intelligent AI, who is then going to run the planet and decide who stays, who goes, who's necessary, who's not. They're pretty open about this. This is the thing about all of the AI people, all of the tech people. They really are you know, they really are pretty transparent when it comes to what they want to do.
We see a future where intelligence is a utility like electricity or water, and people buy it from us.
Wouldn't it be better to have a law-based system where everyone is equal? Yeah, sure, in theory.
These technologies are dangerous societally.
It seems much worse for the math people than the word people.
We're absorbing the risk of disrupting the very fabric of our society.
Likely sort of lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there will be great companies created.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
Yes?
I don't know.
This is not classified, so I'll tell you what I think is important. Israel was determined to act in their own defense here, with or without American support. Because Israel was determined to act with or without the U.S., our commander-in-chief and the administration and the officials I just named had a very difficult decision to make. They had to evaluate the threats to the U.S., to our troops, to our installations, to our assets in the region and beyond. And they determined, because of the exquisite intelligence that we had, that if Israel fired upon Iran and took action against Iran to take out the missiles, then they would have immediately retaliated against U.S. personnel and assets.
Iran, for 47 years, has been chanting death to America, death to Israel too, but you're the big Satan, we're the small Satan, death to America. They've murdered and maimed thousands of Americans in Iraq and Afghanistan with their IEDs, these are roadside bombs. They've bombed your embassies. They tried to assassinate Donald Trump, the President of the United States, twice. They've murdered their own people. They massacred so many. And they spread a worldwide web of terror. So this is a regime committed to destroying the United States of America. It's the only country on the planet that says so openly and works tirelessly to achieve that goal.
So how do we respond to this? Because this is only 36 hours in and because you don't want to make things sound worse than they really are.
Nobody wants this war. Absolutely no one thinks that this is a good idea. And the reason why they don't want it is because they know what it's actually about.
Right.
This is a war that's being pushed by Benjamin Netanyahu. He's been trying to make this war happen for almost 30 years. This is a war that's being pushed by the Saudis, who have also wanted this war to happen. Two nations that are happy to watch American blood be expended on their behalf. This war is also being pushed because Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. And other people in the White House and other people connected with the Epstein class, they are terrified that we have noticed what they are doing. They're terrified that we're going to start wondering why the hell we let them stay in power.
The War Department is going to fight decisively, not endless conflicts. Maximum lethality, not tepid legality. Violent effect, not politically correct. It's going to fight to win, not to lose. We're going to go on offense, not just on defense. Words matter.
The synagogue of Satan are those who say they are Jews, claim to be Jews, and are not. And what are we finding out about the first century? They had gained royal status by working with Rome. Who are the Ashkenazis, the Canaanites, working with today from Jerusalem? They're working with the West. They're working with Rome. Nothing new under the sun. Herod and the Romans teamed up against Jesus. What's happening right now? Herod and the Romans are teaming up against Jesus. Christian Zionists don't realize that they're signing up to serve the synagogue of Satan. The West is deceived, just like they were in the first century. Okay, so here's the Idumean recap, or the Edomite recap. The Idumeans converted to Judaism by force. Herod is one of those guys. Okay? The Idumeans were Edomites. The Edomites were Canaanites. Why do we know that they're Canaanites? Because Esau took 2 Canaanite wives. The Ishmaelites also lived in the land of Canaan. This is the understanding, okay? So they're Canaanites. The Canaanites are the sexually deviant, cursed descendants of Ham. They're Baal worshipers. They're mortal enemies of true Israel. They sacrifice children. What are we learning from the Epstein emails? That they sacrifice children. They harm children. Why do you think the Baphomet statues always have little children around Satan? Because he's always going after innocent little children. It's disgusting. Okay? Why do you think there's always LGBTQ and you know, cultural Marxism entering into the schools and teaching children depravity and all this stuff? Because Satan's always going after the kids. What did Herod do? Slaughtered 1- and 2-year-olds. Gross. People who were banned from the assembly of the Lord in Deuteronomy had become royalty in Jerusalem by the time of Jesus and helped crucify him. Please understand the history of what we're dealing with when we're dealing with the Shield of Edom, the Rothschild family, and the fake Israel that has been established in 1948. We're dealing with the same fake royalty that King Herod was in the first century. I hope that's making sense. I hope that's just booming for you.
Wait, do you... What the... Another one! Right. Keep moving, Jesus. Oh, shit, move! Let's go! Keep the cover! Go, keep moving! We're coming! Move! Keep moving! Jesus! Look up! Oh, hell! Incoming! Move! Go! Second one! Jesus! Get the cover! Let's go! Alarm's going off! Keep moving!
You're not a good person. You know that, right? Good people don't end up here.
A woman will fuck you over every time, every day. Shit. And I ain't lying, G. And they will. They will fuck you over every time, every day. If you ain't paying attention, G, they will tear your whole heart out.
Never be honest with a woman. Never tell her the whole truth. This is an art you must perfect as men.
You have Amazon and pornography, man. You can get whatever you want whenever you want it.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'll tell you one thing. Most domestic violence is started by women, but most of the time, it's finished by men.
I need that paper in my pocket. I need that fuel inside my rocket. Blast out, baby, you can see me in the cockpit. With a blunt 3, 2, 1, take a knock, bitch. Keep fight both from walking, make the ground shake, step the motherfucker mosh pit. Ain't nobody safe, ain't nobody got an option. But they get dropped them bombs on you. And I don't even smoke like that. Already elevated cause I roll like that. I be levitating on a daily, baby. Steady meditating, grab a yoga mat. Breathe out, baby, don't hold it in. Breathe in, baby, your soul needs that. Fools out here thinking that we done wait till I see that a man hold it back. Not too many who get it like this. I'm walking that walk, I'm talking my shit. I'm crashing they planes, I'm sinking they ships. We ready for war, you better not miss. I'm crossing your borders, taking your chips. When we on tour, I'm taking your bitch. Pushing that pure, that 100%. Got on my life, I need that, I need that, I need that. Right bitch on D5, feeling T5, 2 left feet, then breathe by. Trying to get freelance, now she a free that. Should've never let the bitch all over my seat. My kind of bitch skip him, popping in my Reeboks, talking about the detox.
Don't think of a cat. What's the first thing you think about? It's a cat. It's not an elephant. You're not thinking about an elephant. When I use the word cat, you're thinking about a cat. So in your brain, in your mind, the word cat, the sound cat in English, instantly, and you have no control. Because I said, think of a cat, you have no control. I just got your mind to act at my command.
My name is Raymond Reddington. The United States government has placed me atop the country's list of most wanted fugitives for a colorful and not uninteresting assortment of crimes, most of which I have committed. That's who I am. You, in turn, are, by my estimation, 11 of the finest investigative journalists in the world. I'm here to tell you a story. I'm sure you recognize many of the faces behind me. They are among the most powerful men and women on the planet. They are also part of a global conspiracy, a shadow organization that spans across every continent and has for the last 3 decades, consisting of leaders in world government and the private sector. Some call this group the Cabal. The world you live in is the world they want you to think you live in. They start wars, create chaos, and when it suits them, they resolve it. Cabal members will move more money in the next quarter than the World Bank will in the next year. Their alliance affects sea change in every aspect of human life. The value and distribution of commodities, money, weapons, water, fuel, the food we eat to live, the information we rely on to tell us who we are.
What exactly do you expect us to do with this information?
Study it, investigate it to determine the truth, and then report it. Let me be clear. Investigating this group will immediately position you as a threat. If you do what I'm asking, you will be putting your lives and the lives of those you love at grave risk. In the end, the truth will out. Not all of us will live to see that day, but the truth will out.
Joe wonders if this is working from home or living at work. Emma has discovered that she likes dating Mark's profile more than she likes dating Mark. Esteban, he took an online violin masterclass, but he's not anywhere near becoming a master. Dustin bought a book on climate change, but it's shipped from England by plane, wrapped in plastic. Now he's confused. Jason stumbles into a real-life conversation. He can't mute, he can't turn off his camera, he can't pee while he listens. Confused. Trudy wants to go to the office, but she also needs to work in pajamas. Simon and Sarah had a baby, and now everyone asks when the next one's coming. What's wrong with this one? Terrence knows he should sneeze into his elbow, but isn't everyone bumping elbows? He's confused. These are confusing times, which is just about the right time to have the Burger King Impossible Whopper, a Whopper made without beef that tastes just like a Whopper. The right time to have...
Really?
stand all the rest of these people. And every one of them has some fatal glitch in personality. Whiners, freaks, crips, cowards, every one of them. But not you, Ted. No, my man, not you, Ted. For everyone else, it must be hell.
Demons or this dark stuff, where does this stuff come from? Is it within us when we're born, or does it come in after we're here?
No, it usually comes in after we're here, and our parents and our society sets us up to lose control. Every child comes in the world, it's sort of innocent. And the world, the people of this society are very guilty. The people that precede us, they've done a lot of things wrong with their life, and they've been screwed up by their, part of the expression, by their parents and their parents' parents. So parents actually do not usually represent what is good and noble and pure. Many of them are alcoholics, and mothers scream at their children, and fathers are two-timing, and a lot of them are on drugs, and they tempt their children, the parents tempt the children to hate their parents. The mothers often tempt their children to reject their father's love, because a man who is separate from God, from the bright side, cannot stand alone all by himself. He needs the support of a tease or a temptation.
Did the United States airstrike a girls' elementary school and kill 175 people?
Not that we know of, Sean, and the Department of War is investigating this matter, and I would just tell you very strongly, the United States of America does not target civilians.
What the fuck? You're a sick.
They've been bombing Tehran and other cities, destroying homes, destroying hospitals, destroying schools, slaughtering children. In one instance, they murdered 165 girls, young girls, at an elementary school. They've been buried today.
The United States of America does not target civilians, unlike the rogue Iranian regime that targets civilians, that kills children, that has killed thousands of their own people in the past several weeks, and uses propaganda quite effectively. And unfortunately, many people in this room have fallen for that propaganda.
Y'all really don't know about eating spiders and worms with sticks, y'all.
So I would caution you from pointing the finger at the United States of America when it comes to targeting civilians, because that's not something that these armed forces do.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
It is certainly tense.
And look, this is not about politics. I don't care if the president is Democrat, Republican, John Birch Society, socialist, whatever. It doesn't matter. If someone goes around and says the president was anointed by God, anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark Jesus' return to earth, that is what is being said to our soldiers. Not only that, that was one commanding officer, but also over 200 complaints from more than 40 units spread across 30 military installations have been logged by the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, stating that commanders have cited the book of Revelation during official combat readiness briefings, emphasizing that the war fulfills ancient prophecies. In addition, this happened recently this week. And again, I don't care who the president is. If any president is sitting there with these particular religious leaders, blessing them as their new anointed one, something's wrong with that. Something is wrong with that. That's this week. All right? And the people who are around him are not representing the majority of Christians.
There's only one God who resurrected from the dead. And in him was life, and the life was the light of men. His name is Jesus Christ, the Son of God. and he's coming soon.
Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
Yes, that's destiny!
Andrea in Texas. Hello, Andrea.
Yes, thank you. First, I'd like to say that I don't accept the guilt trip this man is trying to lay on all of us for the Holocaust. But the main point that I would like to make is I find his attitude of take us or leave us very strange indeed. When American Jews and the U.S. taxpayer have been paying for the support of Israel all these years, the time, it seems, is long past due when we said enough. And you sit down at the peace table with the PLO as the sole representative of the Palestinian people and with a truly international conference. Or we simply stop sending the $4 billion scot-free of any strings attached every year.
Listen to me. America doesn't back Israel because Israel is nice. It's a democracy. There are no allies in this world. There are interests. America has an interest in that area. It needs a strong, stable, anti-Soviet ally. It has a big choice, Israel or Abu Dhabi, or Oman, or Kuwait. You don't do us favors. Anytime America doesn't want the Haifa naval base for its 6th Fleet, or the Negev for a storing grounds for tons of U.S. weapons to be used in case of war there. Anytime you don't want us to fly the F-16s in real combat and show you what is wrong with them, anytime you don't want an ally, cut off the money. Don't do us favors. In fact, in my platform, we call for a cutoff of all economic aid to Israel. You're not helping us with it. We are a junkie that gets its annual fix. It prevents us from dealing with our economic problems. I don't want economic aid. I want Israel to reshape and reform its economic structure, private capital, free enterprise, capitalism. That will make Israel independent of the world. So don't do us favors.
Like, I tried to do a strategy, and then I tried to do that strategy, and it didn't work.
2,000 years later.
I have accomplished things down here you couldn't even possibly imagine. Here, let me show you. Right there! That was it! That was it! Did you see it?
Anger is the thing that people must watch out for because it is a hypnotic emotion and sets the stage for obsession and possession.
So you're suggesting we could go through life without anger?
I go through life without being resentful, and I learn to forgive, which means to be patient. Nobody can get to me, but I can get to everybody else. I don't believe that. I get to this joker here easy.
I don't believe that.
Okay,
Scott.
He
believes in being angry. He believes in being angry, so I
believe in being angry.
Scott, please make your point.
Anger is a real emotion, whatever
you don't
that
say.
is. Absolutely.
Do you think it's clever?
All right, Roy, may he finish, please? Yes.
I want to know how you got to be so perfect, and
That's
you
an
are a
insult.
great manipulator.
But how did you get to be so imperfect?
I think that's the way it is.
You see, there's two ways. You see,
I'm proud of being imperfect.
Listen, I know you are. Like the homosexuals and the alcoholics and everybody who's wrong is proud of his wrong. See, because you can't get out of it, you get into it deeply. That's what pridefulness
I think people are very adept at getting out of things that aren't working for them.
How do people get destroyed in this life is that there are manipulators in this world, the dark side of this society. You see society is going down the drain.
No, it isn't.
And those who want to control you,
no different
listen, the people who control you get to control you by intimidation. There's a book called Winning Through Intimidation. And if you can make people resentful or angry, you can get inside their brain and you can put your will inside their mind, and they will think they're acting out their own lives. And it takes years and years and years before many of us discover, having made many mistakes, that we're not living our own lives. And worst of all, if you carry this to its ultimate conclusion, you will not only be obsessed, you could become the person you hate.
Let's start a clean slate here. Let's start a clean slate, and let's let you write the scenario here. A baby's born today in Boston. What do you do with that baby to make everything perfect? How would you write the scenario? Be brief, please.
Well, what you have to learn to do is not to motivate or pressure or be cruel or be hypocritical, to pretend to be a Christian but be a devil.
All of
not
that
to
is
upset
impossible.
The child. Well,
that's impossible.
I don't know. I've done it.
Where do I start with this child then? Do I teach it the alphabet? Do I teach it how to drink milk? What do I do?
You equate teaching with teaching children to grow up like sea lions. If you motivate them and teach them how to function through motivation, you're actually becoming their will and displacing their own integrity. And that's the problem of our society. The schools motivate kids, the church pressure children, and they take an identity from that pressure, but they lose the one they were born with.
There's something critical you need to know about the American food system. It affects all of our lives and has been overlooked for decades. Our government is letting U.S. food companies get away with serving American citizens harmful ingredients that are banned or heavily regulated in other countries. Even worse, American food companies are selling the same product overseas without these chemicals, but choose to serve us the most toxic version. One set of ingredients over there and another one here. Let me give you some examples. This is McDonald's French fries from the United States. It has 11 ingredients, but in the UK, there's only 4, and salt is optional. This one has an ingredient called dimethyl polysiloxane, an ingredient that can be preserved with formaldehyde, a neurotoxin, and just happens to be the first ingredient in silly putty. This is United States Fanta right here. It's made with high fructose corn syrup, artificial dye, yellow 6, red 40, and sodium benzenate. In the UK, they have real orange juice inside, and it's colored with carrots and pumpkin. In Skittles, there's 10 different artificial dyes here in the United States, plus titanium dioxide, an ingredient that's banned in Europe because it causes DNA damage. Gatorade, here in the United States, uses red 40 and caramel color. In Germany, they use carrots and sweet potatoes to color their Gatorade. M&M's has 10 artificial dyes made from petroleum linked to hyperactivity in children. Here in the United States and in the UK, they only use 1. And let's talk about Doritos. Doritos, this bag of Doritos from the United States has MSG and artificial food dye, but in the UK, it doesn't. And America's favorite cookie, Oreo's birthday cake, has 4 different artificial food dyes. And in Europe, they use beets, spirulina, and turmeric. And worst of all, right over the border, this box of Fruit Loops in Canada is naturally colored with carrot juice, blueberry juice, and watermelon juice. This American version has 4 different artificial dyes made from petroleum and the preservative BHT, which is an endocrine-disrupting chemical linked to cancer. This is why I became a food activist. My name is Vani Hari, and I only want one thing. I want want Americans to be treated the same way as citizens in other countries by our own American companies. Over the last 60 years, almost all food additives have been created for one sole purpose: to improve the bottom line of the food industry and not improve our health. These chemicals are created to mimic real food, to make it easier and cheaper for food manufacturers to preserve their food, to make it last longer on the shelf, to help manufacturing, and sinister of all, to allow them to create products that are addictive in nature. We use over 10,000 food additives in the United States, but there's only 400 approved for use in Europe. Right now, we're at a critical moment where Americans are sicker than ever, and much of this is due to the alarming amount of chemicals in our food. Asking companies to remove artificial food dye would make an immediate impact. They don't need to reinvent the wheel. They already have the formulations, as I've shown you. Food companies have found in focus groups, children will eat more of their product with artificial dye because it's more attractive and appealing. And the worst part, food companies know the harms of these additives because they willingly remove them overseas due to stricter regulations to avoid warning labels that state it will cause an adverse effect on activity and attention in children, and due to other health risks like autoimmune disorders and cancer.
Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified, with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and or all of the above in such event as classified spewing, classified escape, are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strengths. Should event occur in urban areas, Jesus, that's classified, far surpassing our darkest nightmares. Should casualties exceed classified body disposal actions, shall be halted and associated resources shall be reallocated to classified underground, classified protected birthing centers. A new Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please cast your vote.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people.
Wow, that was a crazy idea.
That was an amazing French speech.
Oh my God. I've never done anything like it.
Comment était mon français?
You're perfect French. How did you learn French like that? Yeah, you're perfect French, you know.
Yeah. I think that we're born in this earth to sing each other songs, you know, to sing to each other, to harmonize with each other. And then it was just a way that I possibly could sing your song.
This is so amazing. Thank you so much, Jim. How does it feel to have a Caesar in your hand?
This is fantastic. In case anybody tries to mug me.
Enjoy your night. Thank you so much.
So that drops
right? Epstein files are in your face. They're like, they're eating babies? Whoopi Goldberg is on the... And Whoopi's like, first of all, I got to tell you, if you say people out of this, you can't be jumping to conclusions. I was personally there to have some candy. And I'll tell you, I'm here for people. And yes, was on the list, but hey. Apparently she likes a certain food. So all this is dropping, and then all of a sudden it's like, let's bomb Iran. Jim Carrey's not real. Oh my God, what's going on? This is the wildest times in humanity. Yeah. In its entire existence that I've ever witnessed in my life. I don't know. I think I know what's going on. But every time I gotta say, I think it's too crazy and too wacky to give some of my theories. I need to see the Jim Carrey thing for me was very it was comforting, if that makes sense. If it's what I think is truly going on.
Do I have your attention now?
And all I'm going to say this. Does anyone remember the Isaac Cappy videos? Do you know who Isaac Cappy was? No. I'll let you do the research. Go look at as many Isaac Cappy videos you can look at. And there's one where he brings up Jim Carrey. Okay. And it's I started in like 2020, and I had to watch it over and over. I'm like, what did he just say? What did he just say?
I discovered people that I was very close to were involved with Pizzagate, and then they tried to get me to fucking join their fucking bullshit cult. They tried to pay me off, and then I told the world, and now I have a million fucking people trying to say all sorts of bad stuff about me.
And it's pretty. Basically, what the guy said is a lot of things that are being revealed right now. It's just what I'm getting at is
just be quiet. Just shut up, and I'll pass right by.
Again, what I said the last time with the files and all that, and they can try to distract it all they can.
Look there.
It's under the clouds now.
Shouldn't be that close. No sound though. Just that
Dropped again. Did you see? I don't like this.
It is just past 2:15. The light just drifted across the rooftops to the west. It's moving again. It moved lower. That one was closer. It's moving again.
Fuck the American government.
What have they done for me? What have they done for my children? Do you really do you violate my rights? Do you really not know the answer to that?
Come on, man.
It was the CIA that put me in prison. What in the world do I owe the CIA? It was your decisions that put you in prison. It was the CIA's law-breaking that put me in prison. It was your choice to highlight the CIA's law-breaking to media that put you in prison. There we go. So we're in agreement then. Your children's, they live every day under the protection of the United States. They have all the benefits of American citizens. You get to enjoy, you're here on an American podcast, you flew on an American airline, you're staying in an American protected hotel. What do you think my children's memories are? Police officers driving around the streets right now, all of these people are contributing to the freedoms that you have. Oh, wow. All of them. Wow. And you're sitting here saying... You're a true believer. I'm a true believer in the fact that we have to serve the American dream. We have to serve the American purpose. That's what we're here to do. And that's exactly what I'm doing, by opposing the American government. You don't oppose the American government by making yourself a voice for Russian state media. Why not? Because you're not talking out about the American government, first of all. What you're talking out about is Putin's invasion of Ukraine. No, I talk about the American government every single day. So whoever you're speaking to, you are giving credibility and authority and you're loaning all of your hard work to Russian media for a paycheck. I don't see how that's a problem. Is it because if you didn't come from CIA, they wouldn't care about you. So you're borrowing the authority of CIA. That's what makes you valuable to Russian media. No, I'm able to expose crimes that I witnessed in the CIA, sure. And maybe that gives me a little bit more cachet. John Kiriakou, separate of CIA, would not be of interest to Russian media. So what makes John Kiriakou... That's not true. That's not...
Agreed with an Israeli request to stop the distribution of a book that contains some pretty damning information about the Israeli Secret Service, the Mossad, if it is true. Here's ABC's John Martin.
The most sensational claim in the book involves this bloody day, the Beirut Marine Barracks bombing. The book says Israeli agents kept vital information from U.S. Marines that might have saved the lives of 241 Americans killed here. Israeli government sources deny this account, but according to the book, an Israeli informant saw a Mercedes truck being fitted with secret panels for explosives. Israeli troops were told to be on the lookout for the truck. But the book says the Israelis intentionally gave the Americans only a vague warning, not mentioning the kind or size of vehicle. The book says Israeli intelligence was willing to let the terrorists succeed to protect their sources and out of contempt for U.S. intelligence. It says agents withheld information on U.S. hostages for similar reasons. In Toronto today, the author was under a court-ordered gag not to discuss the book or the case.
You see, there's two restrictions. There's one restriction that I can't talk about what I learned or have done in the Mossad, and the other restriction is I cannot talk about anything that's in the book.
Israeli officials confirm that Viktor Ostrovsky worked for the Mossad in the 1980s. Alarmed by the contents of the book, they got it temporarily blocked in Canada and the United States.
It's the position of the Israeli government that the information contained in the book could very well lead to the identification of employees of the Mossad and could jeopardize their lives.
But the book's introduction says it does not name active agents and gives only initials. It does say that more than 24 senior Israeli agents routinely gather intelligence in the United States. Late today, the book was put out for sale in New York after the court lifted its restraining order. The publishers claimed victory, but the Israeli embassy said it will still pursue its action against the author. John Martin, ABC News, Washington.
It's just pouring down the street. It was chasing people, and it overtook them. Didn't cook them, just left them covered with dust. You know, I like these abrupt lines, like you can see where this other fellow's tie was tucked in there. He was just covered, he didn't get cooked. The dust went a certain distance and then went up. Another bizarre thing. Again, it's important just to take in all of the data, and it starts telling you the story of what happened. Let the evidence tell you the story instead of forcing it to go a particular direction. And I wouldn't have seen this before, that just all particular distance then goes up. There's a video filmed by Bob and Bree, who had an apartment up here. Bless them for saving this video and then sharing it with the world. This is an image from there, and the dust doesn't quite touch their window, and it goes up.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God, I told you! Oh my God, all these people!
now, just be covered on the right side. Come on, let's go to the other room.
Let's see how it's starting.
Is this dangerous?
I think it's just smoke.
There's no danger of other buildings.
Is
the air conditioner turned off in the room?
Good thinking.
And the windows closed in the bedroom?
Near the area are an absolute crazy situation. The entire top of the building just collapsed.
The entire building is collapsed.
The building just collapsed.
We're going to leave because...
See how it just starts shooting up? It doesn't touch the window.
This is a devastating
It doesn't go past here.
We do not know at this point the extent of injuries or casualties, how many people were in these buildings.
Things feel out of order. Look around, I'm not sure. Paranoia, no. Feel it in my aura. Living between cameras and recorders. He's what can't afford ya, no.
I mean, you are fucking with some very powerful people. Really fucking Look at me, dude. I'm being serious. I'm being fucking serious. I mean, Ryan Montgomery and I took $6 billion off the stock table in one fucking week. How much do you think it costs to fucking take a hit out on somebody? I can tell you this much. It's a hell of a lot less than $6 billion fucking dollars.
It's pretty terrifying. I mean,
what are you doing to protect yourself? Are you doing anything?
I don't want to go into the specifics of that, but I am very aware of the position I'm in. I mean, everybody knows what happens to whistleblowers, massive multi-billion-dollar corporations.
You have to stay loud.
Yep. I mean, it's suppression, then silence. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I've had to deal with my own crazy stuff as relation to all this. I had the FBI come to my house. I mean, we were being swatted by pedophiles of Roblox.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Truman.
What do they want?
Listen to me. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows everything you do. They're pretending, Truman.
Trying to make up my mind. Well, I'm sitting here as the chandelier is whispering in my ear, saying, can I get a cigarette? I know you'll never be mine. Can you come around tonight?
Do something!
And sing me a lullaby. Take my heart and break it. Can you come around tonight? I might be the enemy, but nothing quite hits like you.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Here's something important. You can't tell the difference between a bad person and a good person, because the good person can be a bad one, and the bad one could really be a good one trying to be good but not knowing how, because he's only been surrounded by wickedness and he doesn't know what else to do. He's got problems. So judge not, lest you be judged.
say, ooh, come on baby, turn the lights off. Ooh, 'cause it's getting late. Ooh, I know you're gonna try to hang tough. Ooh, you shouldn't hesitate. I'd love to burn you at a woman's heart.
You're boring! You are so boring!
2 hours later.
I'm sorry to have ever doubted you at any time, and for this I apologize. I mean, under the circumstances, you were great, and I just want to say thank you.
Tomorrow.
Oh, I forgot. You're broken. I don't want to play with you anymore.
If you have some gremlin in your head and you're spinning your wheels, I don't know if you should be using the word overthinking for that. Whatever this kid's problem is, if the inside of your head is like a nitro funny car of self-destruction and self-hate, it's not necessarily that it's like the processing power is too great. You know what I mean?
It's the aim.
It's sort of the aim. The aim is a component there. Existential dread. Ooh, am I gonna die? Ooh. Yes. Yes, you are. Have you ever had existential dread? Yo, if I can accomplish what I want to accomplish in life, then everything's cool. If I can fight to make that stuff happen as hard as I can, even if it doesn't happen, everything's good to go. I think existential dread means you're a loser and you have nothing important going on. Could that be what it is?
If you're taskless, all you can think about is the end. I don't have time to think about dying. Sometimes it crosses my mind and I have to surround myself with memento mori to be like, remember, you're gonna die. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right.
You are a tool for good. That's what you're supposed to be, all right? The extent to which you follow that and realize that, the extent to which you deny that and get sucked into some mentally ill thing, some communist whatever, that determines the value of your life. That's the cure for existential dread, is just realizing that. What's gonna happen? Everything bad that possibly could is what's gonna happen. And then you're gonna be a corpse. You dumbass. What'd you think was gonna happen? You're gonna get an ice cream cone? No! What could happen from here? Oh, I wonder, well, maybe I could win the lottery and then live forever and get an ice cream cone? No. The opposite. Yo, and so on. This guy's sounding pretty gifted already, and we're only in sentence 1. Dude, you're so gifted. How'd you get so gifted? I'm fucked up. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't do anything. Everything's bad. Yo, you sound gifted, bro. Can I hire you? I'm gonna groom you to be the president in my special secret agent talent program. You know what? The whole government wants you as their agent. You fucking idiot. Quick. Yo. Fortnite, I built a computer. Oh. Yo, the whole world, everything you know is a conspiracy to elevate you to the highest levels of secret opportunities. Gate program?
A black guy seeing a guy doing that. Yo, where'd you get all them gifts?
Yeah.
Can I get some of them gifts?
Hell yeah.
you can't just fucking lie about shit. You can't just lie about stuff. You can't just make shit up. It just makes everybody look bad.